Officials of the Central Environmental Authority inspected the garbage dump located at a private company's space within the Katunayake Free Trade Zone.
In an investigation carried out by the Central Environmental Authority, it was revealed that 130 containers were brought into the country by this private company in 2017 using a gazette issued in 2013. 57 containers out of these containers had been re-exported and 72 containers are placed at Katunayake.
We were able to see the mattresses and carpets that were with the waste. We were able to see a number of containers. As per what the company said, this has arrived in the country as a mistake. After inspections, we informed that garbage has been sent back to the country that it came from.
Does the Central Environmental Authority, the apex institution for the protection of the environment of our motherland, accept that this garbage was brought into the country as a result of a mistake?
The Basel Convention is an international convention with 187 signatory countries. Sri Lanka ratified the convention in 1992. If any form of waste is to be exported to another country, the permission of that country must be sought first. In Sri Lanka, the competent authority for this is the Central Environmental Authority. At that time itself, we took a cabinet decision and got cabinet approval for that as well, not to import any waste material from any other country in the world.
If someone claims that this was brought down by mistake, there is a big issue there. The first issue is whether this has been sent by the company that is sending it as a result of a mistake, or whether they have declared this under false interpretation to the customs. If it is the second factor, or if it is what it seems like with the available facts, the legal status is very clear. As per the customs ordinance, it can, under the provision of law for importing goods under fake or false pretenses, and re-export these containers. The company that was involved in bringing this down can be fined, and other punishments could be given under the provisions of the customs ordinance and other laws.
It is strictly illegal to import garbage into the country. Is it therefore justifiable to merely re-export the said consignments without legal action being taken against the perpetrators of this unconscionable act?
What happens if they can't find the guy out there in the point of origin?
Yes.
Whose responsibility? Is it the shipper or is it the free port operator?
Well, if it has been brought to the free port operator and you can't find a buyer, it's the free port operator who will be responsible.
Meanwhile, another consignment of 102 containers containing discarded material, which have been unloaded at the CICT of the Colombo port, has been taken into the custody of the Sri Lanka Customs for further inspection. While several containers have already been inspected, it has been confirmed that discarded material has been shipped in the containers under the guise of shipping sleeping mattresses.
102 waste containers have already been identified by the Sri Lanka Customs Authority. Around 120 containers with discarded matter have already been transported out of the port. The legal background to carry out this operation has been provided in 2013 by Mahinda Rajapaksa. He has released a gazette notification under his signature as the Minister of Finance. The discarded matter has been exempted from the Customs Ordinance, the Monetary Control Act and the Import and Export Control Act. Hence, the Customs cannot intervene in this. The 122 containers of discarded material is currently being held at a hub area in the Katunayake Free Trade Zone. This is a photograph of that pile. It is clearly stated in the Basel Convention. Further, under the National Policy on Solid Waste Management, it has been prohibited to import discarded material to the country. Moreover, it is also prohibited to create new recycling plants based on imported discarded material which have been recycled. So, when it is stated in fine print under the Basel Convention, how can someone issue such a gazette? Does the subject minister have a legal right to overlook and render such provisions void? This has been issued by a finance minister, Mahinda Rajapaksa. If so, the finance minister should also have the right to revoke this. We urge the current finance minister to revoke this gazette notification. Under the SAPTA and ISAPTA trade deals, Sri Lanka has been given a quota of all the condiments. In 2018, the quota was 2,500 metric tons. 2,700 metric tons have been sent to India, and it is a major issue to India. How has Sri Lanka exported more pepper than it has produced? When the customs carried out an investigation based on this matter, it was revealed that pepper had been imported into the country, stored at the same hub in question where the discarded material is currently stored, and has been exported, claiming that the pepper was manufactured in Sri Lanka. As a result, the price of pepper was affected adversely, and pepper farmers were unable to sell pepper which used to be priced at 1,000 rupees for even 400 rupees. This became a public catastrophe. Therefore, it is evident that large-scale businessmen in the country are willing to import any sort of waste as long as their profit margins can be increased, and they have been further encouraged through this gazette signed in 2013.
This is a document, a custom declaration for an importation done in the year 2018. The document states that mattresses were being imported. A company in England had sent these containers to Sri Lanka, and Newsfirst's initial research revealed that the said company seems to be defunct. A consignment had been imported under the name of a company located in Enderamulla. However, such a company was not found at its registered address. A reputed and respected private company in this country was the consignee in this transaction. At a time when Sri Lanka is struggling with its own garbage disposal issues, what is the company that is bringing in more garbage into the country? Who are the people who are behind these immoral acts? News First is in possession of all information pertaining to this particular company. We respect other private sector institutions and therefore ask the company involved to come clean and provide answers to the relevant authorities with regard to this issue. We live in a country where 33 lives were lost when a garbage dump collapsed in Mitotamulla. We live in a country where a garbage dump in Gohagoda is polluting the Mahaveli River. We live in a country where garbage dumps can be found in almost all major cities. Shouldn't the law enforcement authorities enact the law against such people who are importing more garbage into the country? Without doubt, creating job opportunities and income methods is beneficial to the society. However, if a company is carrying out a racket to bring garbage into the country for financial gain, no person with a conscience and a moral compass will approve such acts.